All right, let's pull up the chat. Okay. Hey, AZ already. Good evening.
On the spot.
Oh, excuse me. Oh, just had spaghetti. Oh, excuse me. Okay.
No getting past AZ, I'll tell you that.
AZ's the man. Yeah. You don't have more, huh? Yes, sir. Oh, we did it. Yeah, dogs will start barking anytime. Now. We gotta go feed them. You gotta just wait. Yeah.
Hey, Paul, show AZ your picture, your project.
Okay, where is it? So today I got the far end wall all put up, and like that, it's all, yeah. So all the drywall's up in that room now. So, yeah.
Tell them about your little accident.
Yeah, Paul. Go back to here. See this right here?
Yeah.
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 Yeah, kind of. Oops.
Had an oops a daisy, huh? Hey,
Yeah,
Justin.
that's what she wasn't an template, I just cut it down. I'll use it something like the closet or, like in what I had that's still good on it. Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah, it's coming. Yeah, it's coming, guys. Now I got to start downstairs. Oh, got a dog barking.
So, Justin, how'd your day go?
I went good.
I think your trainee was laughing his butt off at us.
Yeah.
He seems like a good guy.
Yeah, he's nice.
Yeah.
It's been going good.
Paul's moving right along with his drywalling.
Ah, yeah, it's coming. It's coming.
Here comes Dominic.
I'm about halfway. I had about 32 sheets. I got 17 left, so I'm about the halfway mark. But all the rest of the sheets, well, except for a few of them, are all 10 footers because of 10-foot ceilings. But yeah, we'll get there.
He crashed one of the sheets, Justin. He was trying to put it up
Yeah, I'm
and
trying to put a 10-foot sheet up, stand it up vertical
by himself, and
by myself, and
it fell and broke into pieces.
yeah.
What was it?
Yeah. Oh, a piece of drywall.
10-foot piece of drywall.
Piece I was trying to put it by myself, and I was fighting it, and then it fell over, and then went bang. Oh, okay, that's good.
As long as you didn't get hurt.
Oh shit, no.
Oh, that's all right then.
Well, I thought you had that thing that held the drywall up. You just pump it up.
Up against the wall, but I had to carry it over, then drop it down
Oh,
by the edge of the stairway, and then walk it up against the wall. I had it up there, and I put a screw in to hold it, and I turned and walked away, and then that screw pulled it. There's only a piece of the last bit. All right, back.
okay.
Okay. How is everyone?
Good, Dominic. How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. A little bit grumpy this morning, but other than that, all right.
A little grumpy?
Yeah.
Oh. That's not like you. You're usually pretty easygoing.
No, yeah, just a little frustrated with a few things. Yeah. Other than that, yeah, I'm all right. How's the weather there?
Well,
Good.
43 degrees and sunny here.
Oh, great.
Yeah, it's the snow's starting to melt, but I think late tomorrow afternoon, we're supposed to get rain for the next couple of days.
Well, it's starting to heat up for one last show of summer.
One last hooray, huh?
Yeah, one last hurrah. And then that's it. So
Did you see, Justin, what David put in the chat?
Hold on.
He put in there, check your MSG.
Okay. A second.
Ugh. You think she wanted spaghetti?
no, David. No, Z, Russell, Edward.
You've
Catch up
already
on-
eaten.
okay.
You've had your pills. What do you want? That's her tail. You're gonna hurt yourself, you goofball.
Oh no.
Right back.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh.
Okay.
Yeah, he says, my left toe went in my back pocket. Yeah, look out. And, oh, well. Only, what, $20 for that sheet? Is that all? Well, you know, the funny thing is, I was thinking about doing something else first, doing it differently. And I wanted to start standing up there, no joints, nothing, you know, just up against the wall, just around the outside. That's my whole idea, but the funny thing, when I ordered the sheets, I got 2 extra 8-footers. So what I did is I went sideways. And like it worked out, you know, but I should have did that in the first place instead of trying to do a 10-footer there. Oh, well,
Not like you do it all the time.
yeah. Put the mud on it, it'll be fine. That's what mud's for. Fix all your mistakes.
So at the rate you're going, I figure you'll be done by what, Saturday?
Yeah, right. Like you said, tomorrow, I've got a sign, plus I've got
Oh, you got breakfast tomorrow
in the
too.
morning, so. Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's another almost half a day gone, so, you know. Yeah, I might work for a little bit yet tonight, but I got all the screws out. I might take my little bridge down, get it out of the way, because I don't need it there until I start mudding and taping. Unless I get energetic, I'll throw a quick
Mhm.
first layer of mud on, maybe.
What are you doing? What she does is she goes over there and she tears up the love seat cover and everything and gets underneath it and just and the cushions go everywhere and oh.
Wow, talk about scams. Ooh, wow. Wow. But you got a new scam on. Paul? buying
Yeah.
a home, but don't have enough for down payment, you may have a new option.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, so what happens, they can get an Arboro, a Toronto lender that'll co-invest up to $250,000 to help you reach the 20% down payment. In return, Arboro will get a share of your home's future appreciation. But anyways, for an example, if you buy $1 million home and put a down payment of 5%, say $50,000, Arboro would
Yeah.
put in 15%, which is $150,000. If the house sold in the future for 1.2 million, they would get back its original down payment of 150,000 plus 75% of the home's appreciation. So 75% of 200,000 equals 150,000 for a total of $300,000.
Yeah, we've had that here.
Huh?
We've had that here. Things like that.
Holy crap, man.
Yeah.
Takes all kinds, Paul, takes all kinds.
Hey, JD.
JD, how's it going?
Yep. Yeah, Corey Mano's here.
Russell's here, Cory
Yeah,
Mano.
Russell's here. I said hello to Russell and Ed before. AZ David. Yeah. I think I said hello to these people.
Yeah.
These people.
The
Yeah.
chatters.
And chatted. Hello to everybody in the chat.
Hell, you mean you people?
Uh,
Those people, these people. Maybe it just doesn't translate from Australian to American.
Be right back. I gotta figure out what the hell Mia's doing over here. You pull everything up. What's the matter with you?
Hmm.
oh, so what's it like over there today, Dominic? Gonna be a nice day or what?
It was fairly nice yesterday.
Yeah.
We had 29 degrees Celsius, and we've got another. It was foggy in the morning, sort of like a humid fog.
Yeah.
And when the sun came out, the sun was really burning and really bright.
Yeah.
So it was sort of like stuck halfway between summer and autumn.
Yeah. No,
It's
they
similar.
it was
Yeah.
actually nice here today. I mean, it was only 43 degrees Fahrenheit, but it
Yeah.
was actually a really nice day. No wind,
Jarvis.
sunny, you know.
Jarvis.
Oh, no, never mind. I was talking to someone.
No, you didn't say anything, JD. All I did was broke a sheet of 10-foot drywall. That's all.
Oh, okay. As I said, as long as you didn't get hurt, that's easily cleaned up.
I was actually walked away. I thought that
Oh,
screw
good.
was gonna hold it long enough for me to go get my other tools.
Oh, good. Hello, Sarah.
Oh, look who's there. First is Sarah. Hey, Carimano. Hey, welcome.
Yep. Oh. Well, it's Thursday here, and our version of football starts tonight after a 6-month layoff.
Yeah.
So it's something that everybody gets behind, even though they are in those tight shorts.
Well, I put the love seat back together and straightened it up and let Mia
Yeah.
out and then got her ass back in the house.
Yeah.
Hey, Sarah. Sarah's first.
Yep. Well, yep. She is first.
Oh, boy,
Good to
that'll get JD all upset. That will.
Sarah, what are you cooking for dinner tonight?
Yeah. What's for dinner?
Yeah. Justin was hoping for burritos, weren't you, Justin?
Yeah.
Not really.
Not really.
What was that I was reading on Facebook there? It says Taco Bell, it says they all can roll joints. They have a joint like for a weed, but you can't roll a taco or any halfway decent.
Well, it depends what's important, what your priorities are.
Yeah, I don't know if you'd smoke. I've never ever puffed weed or had anything to do with weed, but if it's chunky like a burrito, I wouldn't be smoking it.
No, it's
Chunky
not
like
chunky.
a burrito. What the hell are you talking about?
Well, Paul says that they were having trouble rolling the burritos at Taco Bell, but they could roll weed, and I was going,
Roll a joint real good.
Oh yeah, when you're rolling a joint, that's something you want to do. You don't want to be working at Taco Bell fucking making tacos.
Yeah.
well, they add a little bit of extra flavor, wouldn't it?
Your heart's just not into it.
Yeah.
Sarah, you
JD?
are first, my dear.
Okay, Edward is having
Corned
corned beef and cabbage. Oh, I love corned beef and cabbage.
with potatoes and carrots,
Yep,
all boiled together. All right.
cabbage and corned beef. Yeah, that is.
I just cooked up spaghetti.
Yeah.
I'll have
Yay.
it tonight, and I'll have it again tomorrow night.
Yeah, I just got a roast chicken because they're on special.
Edward must have been watching Lord of the Rings. I'm gonna eat me a meal in the Shire.
Yeah.
Isn't that an Irish meal? Technically,
I couldn't tell you. We need someone from Ireland on here that can
well, I
give you
mean,
a.
I'm pretty sure that's an Irish dish, but I can't.
I wouldn't be surprised. It does sound like something
Yeah.
from that area. I know I like cabbage and corned beef. I'd have mashed potatoes instead.
Yeah, but your version of corned beef and cabbage is probably like frickin' bananas and cereal or something.
Ah. Ah,
Origin.
yeah. Now, what's wrong with porridge?
Yeah, it's corned beef was used as a substitute for bacon by Irish immigrants in the 19th century as an Irish American variant of the Irish dish of bacon and cabbage.
Mm.
But you know, I see people make corned beef and cabbage and they put bacon in it.
Mm,
Yeah,
So I
yeah,
guess they
I'd put it
just,
in. I would put it in with the cabbage. Yeah.
they just use both then.
Yeah. Well, it is St. Paddy's Day tomorrow for me on the 17th because
what
today
is-
is the 16th.
what exactly is in porridge?
It's basically oats,
Oatmeal,
milled
pretty much.
oats, and it depends how you feel. You can put extras in there, but I generally just have milk and then put it in the microwave.
Okay,
I always wondered though if the Irish take offense to the way that most people celebrate St. Patrick's Day.
Everybody's
'Cause-
going to take offense at certain.
Well, I'm
things
just
you
saying,
say.
no, I'm not saying like the offense like
I
you're
understand
talking.
where you're going. Yeah.
Yeah, because they always make it out to be like it's like this big drunk fest, and I wonder if like Irish people take offense to that,
Yeah.
like
I
like
don't
it's
know,
almost like bashing their culture, you know? Not necessarily like you're talking like how people get overly offended about stupid shit these days, but
Yeah.
more of a
Cultural
cultural offense,
appropriation. Yeah.
more of a cultural
well,
defamation.
didn't
Yeah.
old world society way back when revolve around the pub and get together and having a mug of beer and
Yeah,
Yeah,
but
but yeah, I understand. I understand where Justin's going. He's saying that it sort of advertises the Irish as just all drunks.
yeah, like a bunch of drunks like type thing.
JD made a boil with sausage, potatoes, green beans.
Mm. Now that sounds delicious. Now with the potatoes, were they baked, roasted, cut into portions, and then put in the oven, or
No, I think he
mashed,
boiled
or
I
boiled
think
it
they
all
just
together.
boiled it all.
boiled? Okay, yep. Nice.
I don't know. I kind of
Yeah,
want to
I
hear
know
that.
it isn't a stereotype. Irish people do like to drink. The a couple of Irish that I've met always sitting at the pub and they're just sculling each time. They're lovely people. I've met many of them and they are really lovely people.
Well, see, I've never actually, I don't think I've ever actually met somebody from Ireland, but I just always wondered if they took offense to that because, like I said, they always make it seem like that's what the holiday is about. But I
Drinking
don't
green
know.
beer all day, yeah.
Well, it's about like here in the States, Justin, is spring break for the college kids. It's nothing but a drunk fest anyway.
Hmm.
Oh, I mean, I know, but spring break is like marketed that way, though.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Like, but the thing is when countries take celebrations from other countries, they tend to get twisted out of proportion of what the original holiday was meant to be. That's what
Oh,
I'm saying.
definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Like when other countries.
Yeah, I can
look up-
understand that. If there's a public holiday for a certain thing, it
Yeah.
does seem to get a little bit out of control.
I never actually looked it up. Let me look at it. I want to see what the origins of St. Patrick's Day was usually celebrated in Ireland with religious services and feasts in honor of St. Patrick's, one of Ireland's patron saints. When Irish immigrants brought St. Patrick's Day tradition to the United States, the day evolved into a secular celebration of the Irish culture. So it's actually more of a religious thing.
Yeah,
So yeah, we did twist it into like this drunk fest
the
day.
drunk fest. Yeah,
So we did fuck it up.
because it seems that way here. And tomorrow being a Friday, and St. Patrick's Day being on a Friday, and Fridays here are just drunk fests anyway. So it's going to be a double drunk fest. Because Fridays it's always beer o'clock early in the day, and it's always get down to the pub. That's what Fridays are here. Fridays are just
So
Oh, I
the
mean,
the
that's-
pubs are
Proper
really
drink.
busy on Fridays.
That's pretty much everywhere though. Bars are pretty much busy Friday and Saturday nights is when any bars are hopping.
Friday nights. I'm talking Friday afternoon.
Oh, I'm saying like here in the US, if you wanna
Yeah.
go out drinking at a bar and go karaoke and do stuff like that, or go to a club, it's gonna be Friday and Saturday nights.
Oh,
Is,
definitely. I was
yeah.
just saying it's a lot earlier than Friday night here. Can be 2 or
So
3
if,
o'clock.
so if
some nights.
anything, St. Patrick's Day pushes the event
Yeah, it's just going to double it.
socializing earlier.
Yeah, it's just going to double it. It's going to double the normal Friday.
You
So I
sure
know.
wouldn't
Well, I
want-
know before COVID started,
you should-
people used to start, drinking at midday on a Friday.
if you had a pub or a tavern, you sure wouldn't want to run out of beer tomorrow, would you? Or the next-
Exactly. You'd be the
See,
pub with no beer.
See, I would like to be able to go to Ireland and see how they actually celebrate it. Because I have a feeling like they probably celebrate it more like Thanksgiving we do over here.
Yeah,
Cause that's
I
what
would
it
say
sounds,
so.
cause that's what it sounds like when you read the description of the way they celebrate it. It's
Mm,
more like a Thanksgiving where they get together and they have food, and I'm sure they drink, obviously, but it seems like, the origin of it was actually more of a religious thing.
yeah, that's how it's come across to me as well. As I
But
said, I've
here
got
it's
couple
like a
Irish
bunch of,
friends.
yeah, but here it's like, it's not really a family get together thing. It's like, let's go out to the
Hey,
bar and drink and get
let's
fucked
go to the pub and
up.
drink steins and large pints of green beer until we can't drink anymore. Yeah, because it seems a little bit different.
Well, that's
Well,
a,
I would say each of these cultural days in the country of origin would be a lot different to the country we're in. Just going by the say the Irish in Melbourne.
right, then you can have people that, they might be second or third generation in a another country, and they
Mm,
don't really celebrate things exactly the way that they would have, in their original country. They might have gotten twisted a little bit.
mm.
Over
Olive
time.
loaf. What's JD talking about? Olive. What's
You
that?
don't know what olive loaf is?
No.
Well, if it's the same olive loaf here, it's a sort of like a sourdough bread made with olives. I'm wondering if it's a similar. It's
No, I
sort of
don't-
like a wholemeal sourdough.
I thought maybe it
An
was
olive
like
loaf we've
a
got here.
meatloaf. I thought maybe it was like a meatloaf with olives in it or something.
I'm not a big fan of sourdough.
I think the main thing about it is the price of it. And it's usually 3 or 4 times the price of a loaf of bread anyway.
I just don't,
And
not a big
considering
fan
the
of the
fact that,
taste.
oh, okay, different one. Thank you, JD.
Well, let's see.
Well, considering over here, white bread is racist over here.
Really?
Yeah. It's bologna with green olives and pimentos in it. Sounds a little bit like mortadella then.
Here we go, right here.
I would,
Okay. So it's like a meat.
Yeah, it's like a sandwich, see?
Okay.
it's very similar. Yeah, to be, yeah,
I
bologna.
think-
And
I think
bologna is
I've
very
seen in
similar
the
to
groceries.
mortadella.
I think I've seen in the groceries in the meat department olive
Yeah,
loaf
Yeah, I've seen the
sliced.
meat.
Yep.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it
I've
would
seen
be, yeah, and bologna, as I said, bologna has the same consistency as mortadella. So it looks delicious anyway. Looks delicious. Yeah, we've got bologna here, but it's just harder to find. You see your mortadellas and your prosciutto capicola and all the Italian cured meats.
Going out of focus.
But yeah,
I've had that meat before.
Not a lot of Bologna.
Yeah, as I said, it's harder to find here. Which is funny because we've got a huge Italian population here. A huge Italian, and we've got third largest population of Greek people outside of Greece. So we've got Greeks and Italians. We've got a lot of cultures here.
Well, what ethnicity would Bologna be? Would that be
It'd be
Italian,
Italian.
or would it be?
It'll be Italian.
Okay, I didn't know if it was
It'd be
Polish,
part of-
Italian, or German, or
Well, it'd be Italian, but it's probably gone through a few different parts of Europe as well. Because some of the cured meat you get from different parts of Europe, your Polish sausage, some of your German cured meat like speck, and that German, Poland, France, they're all pretty much connected.
That's what Google says is like the main ethnic groups by the percentage in Australia.
Yeah. But in that Australian, there are a second generation of different areas.
Well, I mean, the size of your
And that
population.
doesn't take, I was going to say that doesn't take into account just Melbourne itself.
Well, I mean, the size of your total population of your country, though, 7.5%
Yeah.
Irish, and even 3.3% Italians, pretty is a lot.
And I think
because you
that's
gotta
to give you a bit of a rundown, that 3.3% would be in Lygon Street, Carlton. Chinese
you're funny.
would be in Box Hill. Greek would be in the northern suburbs. And the other 15.8, where you're talking about the Aboriginals, or as we call them, First Nations people, is only about 1% of the population. But the interesting thing about that is, in our AFL football, it has an 11% it has an 11% representation in the actual sport, and it's only like 1% of the population. So our Indigenous First Nations people are really good at our main sport. It just seems to be interesting in that one sport, in terms of Indigenous people in other Australian sports, as in cricket or rugby. It's not really well represented, which is interesting.
So roughly you have technically by your population size and the percentage of Italians Google says that you'd have about roughly 800,000, somewhere around there.
Yeah, and as I said, 800,000, I reckon 700,000 of those live in Carlton, which is an inner northeastern suburb. Yeah, the Germans are more in South Australia in terms of breaking down each state. The German population in South Australia is probably higher than the rest of Australia. Whereas people from South Africa come to Western Australia more often because it's closer to South Africa than the rest of Australia.
Yeah, because your guys' population size is super small compared to ours.
Yeah, 20.
It was around 29 million, roughly, a little
I think
over.
it just clocked 26. Considering the fact that there's only 14% of our landmass that is habitable. Which
Google,
is
oh yeah,
another
okay.
interesting comment.
So Google says as of I don't know how accurate this is, but it says as of 2022, you're at 25,978,935 people roughly.
I just rounded it up.
So in essence, Dominic, Australia, the 95% of the population lives within what, 100 miles of the border all the way around?
Pretty much, yes. I would say half of the 26 is pretty much in 2, maybe 3 states.
Okay.
The eastern seaboard, which is Queensland, New South Wales, Victoria, Tasmania, I would say half of the population is there.
So
And
your
that's
core,
under 40% of the land mass.
so your quarterly growth, which is depending on how they do the quarterlies over there, probably every 4 months. So your annual growth is about 290,000 people a year.
Yeah,
And then your quarterly growth is about 88,000 a year, or every quarter.
and most of them would come into New South Wales and Victoria. They're the 2 most popular states. New South Wales.
Is the population growing by people moving there or just,
Yeah, that's the population growth every
Yeah,
year.
in terms of immigration as well.
Right. Well,
And
that's
most of our
immigration.
seems
that-
to come from Southeast Asia or India.
Well, it doesn't really specify in that article, but it's saying that that could be immigration plus natural births there.
Well,
That's kinda your-
immigration is a big part.
Yeah,
Because
that's
we're
a,
an island.
that's just kind of an overall number of your entire
Yeah.
growth, but it doesn't really split it up in what your immigration versus just natural births, but that's still a healthy growth. So you're growing by about 1 million every 4 years.
Hmm.
well, what we ought to do is we ought to, in the port of San Diego, we ought to put all of the ships in there, all of the cruise ships, and take all the illegals and take them to Australia.
Oh yeah, because they want them.
Yeah. Yeah, we have the boat people issue.
Yeah, but you want it to grow, and so we could give you like probably $1 million people a month.
Yeah, and the trouble with that is that there's nowhere to live. We're building houses. People are coming quicker than we can build houses.
So what are they living in, tents or what?
Some of them are, yeah. The urban sprawl is just going wild. You know, the metropolitan area is what, 80 kilometer is a sort of like a radius of 80 kilometers.
So over
Um,
there, do you have the same situation our big cities do, where the homeless people are living under bridges and all kinds of stuff?
Yep.
So it's not just an American issue.
No, it isn't. It's a worldwide issue, I would
You
say.
need some extra ones, I'll send them to you. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
Like,
We got people sleeping in the streets.
I'm just tired of hearing people say, oh, well, we're the richest country in the world. Why can't we help all the homeless people? Because 90% of them don't want freaking help.
They won't
don't
help
want it.
themselves.
They want a
Exactly.
freebie.
Yeah. Yeah, they won't help themselves. That's the first
Well, the-
problem.
Well, the thing is too, is like I said, a lot of programs over here. There's plenty of programs over here to help you if you're homeless, but they don't want to do it because they have to quit doing drugs and they're not allowed to drink
Yep.
and they can't do any of that stuff.
Yep.
And I'm sorry, but if you get, I understand people have addictions with drugs and shit, but it's at some point, it's like, I don't want to pay for your fucking problems. I'm sorry.
Mm. But would
Go off in a
would-
fucking hole and fucking OD on them because I
Yeah,
really
exactly.
don't care anymore.
Here's a
seriously.
question for you. Do you have injecting rooms?
Not in Florida, hell no.
Okay.
Now,
Would
some,
you
I
would
think
you
some
put an
states do.
injecting room near a school?
No,
Exactly. We've got that problem.
I'd put it out in the middle of nowhere and I'd let them OD.
We're putting injecting rooms in the middle of the city, the
Like,
central business district.
Like I said, I understand people have drug problems, but at some point it's just like, fucking, I don't care anymore. Go
Oh,
off
I'm
somewhere and
I totally agree with you.
I think they
But
need to stop
people
saving them,
have
to be
to-
honest with you.
Instead of giving them a safe injecting room, why not try and get them off that stuff?
Well, and you know, that I'm not a chemist, I don't understand it. But why don't these large pharmaceutical companies come up with some kind of a vaccination that doesn't allow people to inject chemicals into their body?
Exactly. Exactly. And that seems to be the okay.
Yeah, David, it's true because a lot of the, I think, was it Oregon? There's a couple of states that tried to do that shit where they were
What?
giving people a safe
yeah.
place to shoot up.
Yeah.
Well, they have them all over the place here, safe injection sites.
Yeah, they
well,
give them clean needles
I'd
and
Very
expect that.
deep, they can save you.
And they even give
Yeah,
him,
they
they
try,
give
yeah.
the needles and everything, right?
Oh, yeah, they
Yeah.
give you the needles, freaking everything.
I'm
Yeah,
sorry.
they give you needles, they give you everything. And as I said, in the city, which is the central business district, there is an injecting room there. I
don't see why we're
You've got
wasting money
trouble.
saving them.
Well, and there
I
was
know
one guy
it's
here in
something I
St.
just can't
Thomas.
get my head around.
There was a guy here in St. Thomas. The fire department and ambulance came to him because he OD'd in the
Yeah.
morning, and he come back in the afternoon and had to do it again. Saved him
Exactly.
again.
And they're all around this.
One
And
day.
you see all these people around them.
Yeah.
I would just sit there and be like, all right, we'll just say we helped them.
Well,
Yeah.
the thing of it is, I would think that they should all be walking around, and if you suspect or see anybody doing drugs, they automatically should inject them with Narcan. 'Cause
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah, but that goes back to my point of why should we
Okay.
have to pay for this shit?
Fire trucks
Exactly.
going again.
It's
Right up
taxpayer
Princess
money.
What's that, Paul?
Fire trucks are heading up to Princess Ave again, where that in and out of the cold is. I just heard they just turned again.
Yeah.
Going up there to save some freaking idiot drugs.
Well, Justin's got a point. Why are we saving them?
Well-
Exactly.
Well, if they're ODing them, they should grab them and just say, okay, that's it. That's the last time. Well, you're going in for rehab right now. You don't have a
Yeah.
choice, you know. But when the thing is, they come down to give him Narcan because he's ODing and
Yeah.
gonna die. So, anyways, they recover. But he goes back and does it second time the same day. Like,
Well,
JD says,
that's a case of
JD
the
says
system.
hugs, not drugs.
the
I should
system-
get my T-shirt out that says that.
The system is enabling them to continue.
I know the system is enabling them.
Yeah.
And
I
that's
think
the
we should just
problem.
I think we should just let nature take its course.
Hey, Joe. Yeah.
Hey, Joe America.
It's a very divisive topic here.
it is.
It's safe injecting rooms, and it's a thing that's been discussed a long while because they want to, as I said, they want to open one in the middle of our central business district near a couple of tourist attractions.
Yeah.
Basically right near there. And you've got, these druggies hanging around that area.
Yeah, and then people don't want to go there because of all the drug addicts.
Exactly.
And the businesses are hurting because of it.
Yeah, exactly. Rather than putting in, see, we've got all these bike lanes and we've got all these other, how do I say, silly things.
But the problem is,
Rather than spending the money on fixing the problems we have, we seem to be making more of them.
Well, did you see we at Lake Erie and Maumee Bay said they do have a drug. It's called naltrexone, which doesn't allow them to inject.
they won't allow them to get high.
Yeah, but see, the trouble is with these things is that people don't want to get them. Because we've got a number of these places. Any of the chemists around me will supply all of this stuff, but you have to get these people there. You know, it's like in taking a horse to water. You
Well, it's
can't
not
make them drink.
It's not even that, is like some of them will go get free Narcan because they're only saving themselves so they can get high again.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's like,
As I
fuck
said,
that. don't
there's a
give me
local
Narcan.
chemist that does that.
I think they just need to start with the let nature take its course.
Mm. As I said, at some stage, they've either got to get off it, or
Well, you could do a
I
3
agree.
strikes you're out. If you had a big enough database, you put the person in the database. First time, okay, we saved your ass. Second time, okay, maybe. Third time, you're done. Fourth time, you're dead.
yeah, or put them in a drug rehabilitation.
Right.
They're not.
Well,
they're
yeah,
not
but at
doing
the same
anything
time, who's
towards
paying?
that.
Yeah, but at the same time, who's paying for that drug rehabilitation?
Exactly.
I don't want to pay for
Exactly.
that. Fuck that. Because you
Exactly.
got
That's
to
what I'm
think.
trying to say.
My whole point is, yes, addiction. People get addicted to these things, right? But
Yes.
everybody starts off in their full right mind when they decide to stick that needle in their arm for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
They're thinking perfectly clear at that moment.
Yeah.
So they made that decision to do that. So I can only feel sorry for them so much.
Yeah.
And I don't think we should have to just like over here. You know, these people that are on disability because they're obese. Why the hell should I have to pay for you to be on disability because you're overweight?
Mm,
That's your own problem. You
exactly.
got yourself that way. I'm not downing people that are overweight, but the fact is there's some people that have lived off a disability for years just because of their weight issue.
Mm,
And it's because the way that they eat and the way that they take care of themselves.
mm.
Welcome
Oh,
to
If
middle
agree with
America.
if they weren't overweight, they would be able to be a constructive member of society and
Mm.
actually have a job and work and put their money in just like everybody else.
Yeah. I'm with you.
It's just
But,
like
as I
people.
said, things are different down here.
Well, like I said, every time we make something free, somebody has to pay for it.
Oh,
Nothing's
definitely.
free.
Exactly.
Well, and then the court system is so screwed up here in the United States. I don't know how
Yeah.
it is there, but
Yeah.
they get caught selling drugs, and they're out on the street within 3 hours.
Exactly. They get a slap on the wrist,
Yep.
and then they realize why there's gang violence.
Yep.
Now here, what they're doing is if you get caught selling fentanyl, you get charged with either attempted murder or they'll
Yep.
link it back to somebody who died that you sold to and they'll charge you with murder now. But you
Yeah.
automatically get attempted murder charges for the simple fact that you sold it to somebody and they took it.
Well, South Australia down here is now the world's most used capital for MDMA.
Okay, I'm not into drugs. So what is that?
The
Uh,
hallucinogen.
yeah.
Is it
Meth,
like
we'll just say meth.
is it like
it's
a meth or
methamphetamine.
methadone?
It's methamphetamine. Meth.
Okay.
It's the meth capital of the world. Yeah. I don't, I'm not that sort of person that does anything as hard as that. Maybe I've, had a dab once or twice in my life. Other than say, vaping or caffeine. That's pretty much all I've done. Caffeine is probably one of the strongest things I've taken.
Well, the thing is why can I go outside and yell at a street sign and act
Ecstasy.
crazy and
Meth. We call it meth.
they can arrest me and take me to a loony bin
Mm.
without my consent, but yet I can be a drug addict where they show up to my house and give me
Well,
Narcan and
that's
save
the
me, but
thing, yeah,
they
yeah.
can't force me to go to rehab. Kind of weird.
Yeah.
We
Yeah,
just
it's
lug
ecstasy.
everything. Any of these, yeah, anything like pills, ecstasy, E's, Ecky, and things like that, we just lump into the whole one category of meth.
Well, you
I
say
know it's probably not, but that's what we call it.
narcotic,
Yeah.
it'd be under the narcotic
Oh, yeah,
umbrella.
definitely. We always give some really strange nicknames to things. Yeah, it's the court, but again, the court system, as like Erie said there. Yeah,
I think they should stick them all on an island together and drop a frickin' shipment of crack in the middle and just let them go to town.
JD knows that MDMA is ecstasy.
it is, as I said, it is ecstasy, but we we just lump it all in the one word.
I have a
just call it
feeling JD
meth.
would know that.
Yeah. We just, yeah, I know it's ecstasy, but we also call it meth as well.
Yeah.
And we've got some strange terminology.
Well, as
down
far
there.
as Lake Erie says that injectable is you get an injection once a month. And if you don't get an injection, his opinion is you should be locked up. That's all. there is to
Exactly.
it.
But there has to, at some stage, there has to be some sort of accountability on the actual person itself.
Yep.
They have to be motivated. Because they can,
JD.
easily. Yeah.
That I Googled it, never
Yeah.
dabbed in that one.
Yeah. We'll accept that.
But yeah, I just think that I'm just sick of hearing about it.
Yeah, oh, definitely. Especially down here. We all, all the main talk of
Because
is,
you know,
safe injecting rooms. And
90%
we've got other problems.
let me tell you,
Other problems
90% of the
that need to be
people,
fixed.
90% of the people I run across in my area that are homeless are all perfectly capable of working. But they'd
Doing
rather
something.
stand out on the damn street side and beg for money all damn day.
Exactly. Mark R. White. Howdy.
Like the one couple I was
Hey,
talking
Mark.
about the other day that had the duck, the baby duck.
Yeah.
Both of them are perfectly able to go to get a job and work.
Mm.
But they don't want to because they'd rather sit and beg for money and sit outside the store and drink all day.
Yep. We have that.
I don't
We
have
have that problem
any,
here.
I don't have any remorse for people like that. I'm sorry. I don't give a crap.
Yep, I'm with you there.
I won't give you a damn dollar. I won't give you a frickin' sandwich to eat. Get the hell out of my face.
Yeah. Now they always ask for, have you got a cigarette?
I always tell them, nope.
Well, considering the fact that a cigarette is probably one cigarette probably $3 these days. It's a big thing. Packets of cigarettes here are $60 and $70.
A pack of cigarettes?
Yep.
Jesus. How the hell? No wonder Tim rolls his own.
Exactly. That's why you see a lot of people rolling them these days.
God, your taxes on cigarettes must be high as hell.
Yep.
Like a pack of cigarettes here's like $6.
Oh, shit, no, it's what, 12 or $14 here.
Well, it depends. Like if you get the like really name brand ones that are popular, like Newports, you're about $8, $9 a pack.
Cheapest packet of cigarettes would be a 20 pack, and they're well over $30.
Oh, our standard pack size over here is 20.
Yeah, 20 the ones that aren't the 50 pack. Yeah, we have a 50 pack, and they're well over $70.
They don't sell any of that over here. They always come in 20s, and then you can buy a carton with 10 packs in it of 20,
Yeah,
which is 200 cigarettes.
I'm gonna show you my age.
Bill.
When I was 16 or 17 years old, I used to work in a gas station. Because a friend of mine, they owned just several gas stations.
What's up,
And
Mark? What's up,
you
Bill?
could buy a pack of cigarettes for 95 cents.
Well, I can remember buying a pack of smokes, selling them at school for 10 cents a piece.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm. Yeah,
Well, fine.
they just keep going up and up and up.
I remember buying packs of cigarettes to the underage kids when I was like 19 up in New York.
Yeah.
I'd go to
Yeah.
the store and buy the buy one, get one free packs. And they
Yeah.
didn't know it, and I'd keep the free pack, and then they'd give me 5 cigarettes out of their pack for buying them for them.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'd get 25 cigarettes and they'd only get 15 for paying for them. And I used
Yeah.
to get like 4 or 5 teenagers every day coming to me asking me to buy them cigarettes. But that was back when you had to
Mm.
be 18 to buy them. Now you got to be 21.
Well, it's 18 here, and when I turned 18, because I'm the oldest in my school class. When I turned 18, I was the one that had to run to the shops to get everything.
The best place to get cigarettes, though, if you're near one, is go to the reservations, the Indian reservations. There, when we were up in New York, a standard carton of like Marlboro menthols
Mhm.
would run you like 50, 60 bucks. Dude, we used to go up to the reservation and we would get a carton for like $16, a whole carton of their brand. And their brand tasted just as good as the name brand.
Oh, yeah.
And so I could get like 3 or 4 cartons for what I would pay for one carton up there at the store.
Yeah, but
And it was
Bill
only like
from-
30 minutes away.
Bill from Newfound, talking about writing a note.
Yeah.
Back in the day, you could do that.
Hey,
You'd
Justin,
just go down, they'd write a note and basically say,
What do you got,
"Oh,
Paul?
I'm glad to pick that up."
your card right there. I get them from the reserve, $12.
Yeah, that's the best place to go is the Indian reserve, what we call Indian reservations down
Paul,
here.
what would that cost in your money over there if you went and bought it in a store?
It's 200 cigarettes and there's what, 20 packs, so 10 packs. You're probably close to $200.
Wow.
Yeah, it's about.
I get it for 10.
Well, a mate of mine smokes what's called Manchester, and they're about $200 a carton.
Yeah, see here, the Indian reservations, they're not regulated at all,
And
And
they're
they don't
not
have to-
taxed.
and they don't have to pay taxes, so they grow their own tobacco and do everything right on the reservation, so it's super cheap for them.
Yeah, we'd call that
Yeah, no.
chop chop. The chop chop, which is the illegal tobacco.
Well, here it's legal, it's just not regulated by the government because the reservations.
Anything that's not regulated by the government here becomes chop chop, and it becomes illegal.
Oh, see, like here, like I said, here it's not considered illegal. You can go on the reservations and buy them and bring them back.
Yeah,
Now if
We
you
don't
get
have
caught
that situation.
reselling them, then maybe you'll get in trouble. But I mean, still, the reservations are like their own country within our country. So like the regular police can't go onto their land.
Hmm.
The only
Yeah,
ones that can intervene is on a federal level. Like if it's
Yeah.
a serious situation to where then the federal government does have some leeway where they can
It's
enter
the
the
feds here.
reservation for certain situations, but it has to be a really big issue, like something really
trying to
serious.
think the exact government department, because I think it's a federal government, because it's a tax excise.
That's why banks over here don't like loaning, that's why they don't like giving loans to people like Indians from the reservations,
Hmm.
because they'll give them a car loan and then they can take the car on the reservation. Well,
Yeah.
guess what? The repo guy will never be allowed on the reservation to get that car.
Hmm.
Now, some
That's a good idea then.
reservations may take it as that particular person might not be honoring what they should be, and they may force them to give the car back. But if the reservation doesn't let you on there, there's nothing you can do about it. So that person could just leave that car on the reservation for its entire life that they use it and just never drive it off the reservation, and they get a free car pretty much.
Yeah,
It screws their credit up, but still, they would never have to pay for it.
that's Bill there talks about marijuana as a gateway drug. Well, marijuana is not legalized here. There's other
Yes.
than the medical stuff, and that's pretty hard to get anyway.
Dude, let me tell you something. I smoked weed for most of my teenage years, all the way up until just a few years ago. like
Mhm.
up till just about 2 years ago. And I never felt like I needed to go get meth or,
Yeah, I know. I've spoken to
I mean,
people.
come on now.
I agree with you there. I agree with you there. They're just trying to push a different narrative. I don't see I don't see any problem with marijuana from a
Now,
personal point of view.
now I do agree with the fact, like the sheriff here says, right? He says marijuana is not like a victimless crime because people try to make it out like the sale of it and the movement of
Yeah.
it is somehow safer than other drugs, which it is not.
Hmm.
I mean, dealers will kill people over marijuana just as quick as they will anything
Yeah.
else.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
Yeah.
there is no safety when it comes to that. Now, if it gets corporatized, like it has up in
Yeah.
Canada,
Mm.
then that's a whole different thing. Then you're just dealing with corporations.
Yeah.
You're not dealing with an everyday street dealer,
Yeah.
some shady person on the street, right? So it does
Mm.
become safer in that sense
Yeah.
because it's sold to like any other item in the store.
Mm.
So, people aren't out there on the street selling illegal bags of Doritos, right?
Exactly.
Because you
Yeah.
can just go to any store and buy a bag of Doritos.
Mm.
That's with any product that once it gets taken over by corporate
Yeah.
entities, it doesn't really have that issue anymore.
Yeah. Totally agree.
But see, I can't smoke anymore because of my job. Like I'm just
Yeah.
not allowed
There's
to.
a lot of that here.
Now, if it got legalized on a federal level and got taken off Scheduled 1 and insurance companies started picking it up,
Mm.
a lot of the pharmaceutical companies started because everybody thinks that marijuana is some big threat to the pharmaceutical companies. No, it's
It
not.
seems that. Well, it
They're
seems that
just
way
gonna
here.
take it over.
Exactly.
That's all they're gonna do is they're gonna take over that industry. So you're just gonna get medical grade marijuana from the pharmacy that comes from a pharmaceutical company. They're
Yeah.
not gonna lose anything. They'll make billions off of it.
I totally agree. I think it should be legalized, but at the same time, it needs to be of a medical grade
That's what I'm saying is like,
because we
it's
have
not a,
medical grade marijuana and it's good for pain management.
it's not a threat to any industry out there. If anything, the
I
industries
can
are just
imagine the
gonna,
amount of tax that they could add to it.
alls
They
you're
could
gonna
tax the
see.
shit out of that.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not like pharmaceutical companies are gonna be hurting from it. Alls they're gonna do is now you're gonna see a chain of marijuana stores popping up like fucking McDonald's everywhere.
Yeah,
And it's gonna become a normal thing. That's what you're gonna
yeah.
see.
I reckon. I reckon there'd be a huge industry here, especially when you've got your tobacco, your vape shops, and the other ones that sell happy herbs, as they call them here. But the terminology, if they use the terminology medical grade, then people will understand it better.
Well,
think.
see, I'm only saying medical grade, Bill, not as like it's better than what somebody could grow at home. I'm just saying medical grade as far as just done by the medical industry.
Yeah,
It's just regulated and ran by the medical industry.
regulated better. Yeah,
Because
rather
like I
than
said,
someone growing the
it,
plant in the backyard.
like I said, if they end up legalizing it on a federal level, you're going to see a lot of these mom and pop cannabis stores all over the country that are in the States now.
Yeah.
They're all going to start to fade away because all these big corporations are going to take it over.
Mm.
And they're not going to be able to compete with them because the big
But it gives you better
corporations,
quality then.
well, not quality, they're going to be able to sell it to you cheaper.
And well, Bill says it's fresher as well.
But like I said,
Something made by a mum and pop store wouldn't be able to compete with it, but at least they'd be a better quality.
I mean, they would, but at the same time, people take convenience and price over quality.
Yeah, convenience is always
if I can go to a Circle K gas station and get a pack of joints for $20 with 20 joints pre-rolled in it, or go to a mom and pop store and pay $100, where do you think most people are going to go? They're going to go to the Circle K down the
they're
street.
going to go the pre-rolled.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. They're just going to take it over. It's going to become a huge business. But it's gonna be taken over by the big corporations immediately. I guarantee you that. There's not gonna be all these mom and pop groweries, all these. And if there's any of them that are semi-big, they're just gonna get bought out by bigger companies. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like if there's somebody that has a $5 or $10 million growery going where they're making about that much a year,
Hey, Chuck.
$1 billion company is gonna come in and say, we're gonna give you $50 million to give us your company,
Yeah, well, if,
or
yeah,
$100
okay,
million.
that's it.
You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? And they're just gonna buy you out and then shut your business down and just add it into, absorb it into theirs.
Yeah,
Yeah, there will still be mom and pop weed stores here and there, but they're gonna be far and few in between, I guarantee it.
because the area that I'm in, I reckon it would take off really quickly, especially that, you've got so many different smoke shops, vape shops, happy herbs.
Even
and-
the,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm saying if the United States legalizes it on a federal level and it gets opened up like that, I guarantee you a lot of the European countries will start following suit.
Yeah,
Because they seem to do whatever, it seems like whatever the US, so it seems like a lot of times when US changes major policies, a lot
yeah,
of other
it
countries
filters
will
down.
follow. Yeah, like I would almost bet Australia would do the same thing and almost
Yeah,
immediately,
Australia and New Zealand would follow suit.
especially
say.
if they see how much money's being made.
Yeah,
I mean, there's some states that are now sitting on hundreds of billions of dollars in money, which if I'm correct on this, and I could be wrong, but I think all the states where it's legalized and they're making money, I don't think they're allowed to spend the money at the moment because it's still illegal on a federal level, so they're not actually allowed to spend the money. And so, if I'm not mistaken, a lot of these states are just baking up hundreds of billions of dollars in taxes off of it,
yeah,
and they're just holding on to it.
yeah.
I don't think they
As I
could,
said, down here, it can only be grown under government supervision.
because I know that the states aren't allowed to put it in their accounts because it's still illegal on a federal level.
Yeah.
There's something
No.
where so I don't know exactly how they're doing it.
Yeah, but Holland, Mark R.Y. talks about Amsterdam, the joint cafes. They've been doing that for years.
Oh, well, Amsterdam's been like the talk of marijuana for decades.
Yeah,
Like everybody always socialized being able to smoke in the open and stuff as an Amsterdam thing.
yeah, that's been 30, 40 years. Yeah, as I said, it can only be grown here in government supervision. And you have to go through a lot of paperwork to actually be accepted for medical marijuana here.
Well, like, I don't know why you'd want to grow it anyways. You just wait till the crops are ready to harvest, go raid somebody else's.
Valid point.
They do that here all the time.
Yeah,
Well,
yeah, valid point.
Probably depends on what country and state you're in. I don't know if I'd want to be raiding nobody's marijuana fields down here in the States.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't like that either here.
Now, there was a fire over at Port Burwell there, about 3 days ago, and it come over the radio as the grow up. Somebody going illegal, you know.
But at the same time, when it starts becoming a big international business where a
Yeah.
lot of countries have opened it up, the
Well-
price of it's going to be so cheap, dude. It ain't even going to be worth growing, to be honest
Well,
with
the
you.
thing is that we had it over here. There's corporations growing marijuana, but they're still fighting the mom and pop guys that are still selling it on the street because they're doing it cheaper than they are.
Mm,
So it's now here legally you can, if you don't
hey, Skip.
license, you can grow 4
Hey.
plants, I think it is, or something. I don't know. But the thing is that, there's still all the underground stuff. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of that. And it goes through a lot of electricity.
Well, like I said, and the biggest problem in the United States is the medical doesn't really cover you from your job.
Hmm,
You know what I'm saying? Like narcotics, so like so like a Percocet pill. Everybody knows what a Percocet is.
Yeah.
Right? It's a pain pill. So those
Yeah.
are considered Scheduled 1 narcotics.
yep,
Marijuana is considered Schedule 1 narcotics. So they fall under the same umbrella as far as the
yeah, we
government's
got the
concerned.
same here with PE,
But
pseudoephedrine.
But what doesn't make sense is a doctor can prescribe you pain medication and your business will take that doctor's note and that prescription as a legit, as a
Yeah,
legit form
yeah,
of you're allowed to be on those pills. We're not going to dock you
exactly,
for it. Nothing like that, right?
exactly.
But your doctor can't prescribe, but the doctor prescribes you marijuana with a marijuana card saying you can have it. Jobs don't consider that okay.
Hmm,
So to me, it
yeah,
doesn't
as I
make
said, we got the
sense.
same problem here.
So like if I went and got a medical marijuana card here in Florida, which I could do, and I went to my job and said, yeah, I'm smoking marijuana now, here's my card, they'd be like, well, you're fired. There would be no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It
Exactly.
wouldn't do anything for me to protect me against me losing my job.
Yep.
So that's why I don't understand why one's okay, but another one's not, but they fall under the same umbrella.
Yep. Same here.
So technically, the only good thing, like I said before, the only good thing a medical card does is protect you from getting in trouble with law enforcement. That's it. That's
Hmm.
all it does. That's all it's good for.
Where's she going there, Paul?
Going out
Looks
to
like
get the
someone's having
trash
fun.
can. Lynn's going out to get her trash can out there.
Oh,
Okay, but it looks like someone's having fun.
Yeah, the dogs are having a ball.
Yeah. Looks like fun.
Yeah, it's still expensive, JD, but once it goes to a
I'll
national
be right back.
where it's legal everywhere and these corporations take it over, the prices are gonna go way down. Because it's like that with any product. It don't matter what it is. The more produced and the more sold it is and the more mass produced it is, the cheaper the prices are gonna get.
anybody fly American Airlines?
No.
Hmm.
Well, I don't fly enough to really have a preference on airlines, so no.
Yeah, but duct tape around the jet engine cowling. Hey. Put duct tape on. Okay, I want to fly that plane.
Oh, that makes sense, Skip, because they're federal. They're not local police. That makes 100% sense why that wouldn't do anything good for you. Oh, shit.
Wow, it's up there, Bill. Yeah. Hey, Mr. Chuck Kopaction.
What's up, Chuck?
He's flown American Airlines. Yeah.
Oh, the airlines are shady as shit because I mean, you can go into any company and make a stink about something. And you might get trespassed, but at airport, you go in there and make a stink about they screwed something up. And
Mhm.
they immediately call the cops and the cops come arrest you and drag you out of the airport.
Yeah.
And they know that. Like the airlines are dickheads. They know because they're all,
Yeah, we
you
got
know,
that problem here too.
security's so tight at airports that they can get away with screwing you over.
Hmm.
And you don't really have any other option. Like, because the minute you get any bit loud in an airport, they're going to drag you out of there. Like if you get frustrated or something, or you get an attitude because they screwed something up. As most airports over here have their own police departments, actually. The
Yep.
big ones, they have their own police departments.
Yep.
Hey, Chuck, how's it going? Well, we're down to 10 people watching, Paul.
Yeah, I'm gonna go back to work here shortly, so.
How much more you got left to do?
Well, I got the upstairs drywall on now. I still got a few more screws I wanna put in tonight, and then I gotta clean up a mess, so I get into my bedroom tonight.
Did you
So-
see his pictures, Justin?
Yeah, I saw him this morning.
Yeah,
No,
Yeah,
like
showed
the
him.
ones he did this afternoon.
yeah,
Uh,
okay.
I saw where he had that one little sheet to put up on the
Yeah.
side.
Yeah, well, there's okay, where's that thing here? This is the other end of the room now, so, yeah. I got all the drywall up and everything, and, yeah, I'm
Mhm.
kind of working on it. So, whoops, wrong direction. Yep. So, but anyway, that's coming, yep. Yeah, all the corners up now and everything, and, yeah,
Yeah, have fun painting that.
oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's a fresh drywall. It always takes at least 3 coats.
Actually,
Good.
one of the things we got here, believe it or
Mhm.
not, Justin, it's called recycled paint.
Uh-huh.
And that stuff is amazing. They say it's got every kind of paint you can think of in it, like mixed in with it, like cheap paint, expensive paint, everything. And but use it for priming. Oh my God, that's all you need, one coat. It works amazing.
Yeah, because drywall usually sucks up the first coat and a half or 2
Yeah.
coats before you can actually start getting a good layer on there.
But the problem is, I'm gonna have to have some help with colors, because I don't know what color to paint everything when I'm done, right? I'll prime it and everything, but I don't know what would be a proper color to paint it, right?
Just don't go with white. I hate white.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no.
I think a nice gray, nice light
Yeah.
gray would look good. It look kind of modern with the theme you went with.
But, yeah,
I went to a house today. Oh my God, it was horrendous looking. They
Yeah.
painted the outside like this ocean blue.
Mm.
Oh, and it just stuck out like a sore thumb in this neighborhood.
yeah.
Like, and then you'll get people painting their houses like this bright pink and just these odd looking colors. And it's just like, ugh.
Not good.
Anyway, guys, I'm gonna run. I'm gonna go.
Yeah,
do
I think we're gonna close her down. Dominic's got things to do and Justin,
Yeah, I've got heaps to do.
I can hear Justin's stomach growling from here.
If I do come on in the morning, Paul, it's gonna be only very short because I
Yeah,
get
yep.
over breakfast.
All right,
so.
I'll see y'all later.
Okay, Justin.
Hey,
Dominic,
guys.
thanks for being in
Bye-bye.
everybody's chat. We'll see all of you again tomorrow.
Bye-bye.